Thank you very much. Yeah, pleasure to be here. And I'll be telling you something more about role models and why they're important. But before that, I want to share something very personal. And it's very happy. I am so happy to be here in Texas because I don't know how many international students we have here. Is there anyone from Europe, maybe? Oh, perfect. I see a few hands. So in Europe, we have a special program when you're studying in Europe, and when you don't have university and college during the summertime, you can go to the United States, and the program is called Work and Travel. So basically, you can go for the summer break to the United States to work, and then everything what you just earn, you can spend on traveling across the United States. So it's very, very popular. And people from Europe usually go to countries and states like California, or they're going to Manhattan or New York. But I remember they sent me to Port Aransas. And I was like, oh, wow, thank you very much. Where is that? And I remember that the coordinator was telling me, like, Vladimira, don't worry, you will spend summer on an island. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that Texas has an island. So I was in there, and I spent 3 summers in Port Aransas, which was great timing because I was there during the Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Category 5, and my program was terminated. The whole island was like destroyed and vanished, but I survived. So it's very emotional for me to being back after 8 years, actually 9 years. So this is me having, best time of my life while I was studying. And right after I got back to Europe, I realized something strange because I was involved in a startup ecosystem. I organized many startup competitions, and I realized that I couldn't see many female investors or female entrepreneurs or female operators. And my personal motto is like, do it now, improve later. So I decided that instead of waiting to be surrounded by female role models, I decided to create them. And yeah, I was asking myself, like, where are the female role models in startups and investing? And I decided to create with my co-founders biggest female, and at that time it wasn't the biggest, but it was a female club for women that are investing in startups. And now we're in Czech Republic and Slovakia, so post-communistic countries where diversity and inclusion wasn't a topic like 7 years ago. So we had a very niche kind of like industry, like angel investing only for women that are supporting founders from Europe. So we started and we grew into 500 community members, 500 angel investors that are, 95% of those are women. And that's when I told myself, like, okay, you don't need to be ready when you're starting doing something. And at the same time, I was at Microsoft, and my responsibility was to help startups expand to other countries. And of course, everyone wanted to go to United States or UAE. And why? Because everything happens faster there. If you want to raise some round, if you want to acquire some customers, it just takes faster, everything gets faster there, and the deal sizes and investment rounds are pretty big and higher compared to what is happening to Europe. But then I realized that when Europeans are expanding to the United States, there are some patterns. So there is a major trend right now that more than 50% of the scale-ups from Europe are now, compared to what was happening 5 years ago, now expanding to the United States. But usually when they're doing this, they're missing some sort of consistency. So it's like pretty ad hoc. Like they're traveling to South by Southwest or New York Tech Week, San Francisco Tech Week, but there is no consistency, and it's ad hoc. They're flying in, they're flying out, and then they're back in Europe, and they just think that they will get the results immediately. Then at the same time, we realize with our founding partners that if you're going to San Francisco, whole European diaspora in San Francisco is like super fragmented. Like here you have different international houses during the South by Southwest. But when you go to San Francisco, there are like international houses that are already isolated. Like you have Czech house, Slovak house, German, French house, and so on. And we were thinking like, oh, it would be great if we can unite all of these houses together. And the most important thing is that when Europeans are going to the United States, it's in the way that they're going to the United States, and they get probably funding, and then they're returning back. But what we believe in is that the best match made in heaven is between combination of European talent and work ethics with the US mindset and speed of execution. So that's why we started with more people involved. This is Luca, my partner in crime. There are also other people that help us to do this. We started European Startup Embassy with the goal to basically help European founders to expand to the United States. And now what we have are two things, two separate things. The first one is infrastructure. So we have cool house in San Francisco, in Silicon Valley. So if you're there, just stop by. We have co-working and co-living. But the most important part is actually community that we're building about that and around that. And as I said, like I really believe that the best possible combination is when we combine European talent with the right US people. The people who there are investors or service providers or individual professionals, because we understand that different people in the ecosystem have different needs. You have startup founders that are looking for co-founders, investors, service providers, and so on. At the same time, we have investors that are looking and trying to find some deal flow. And then we also have some individuals with some sector expertise in different verticals, in different sectors, and so on. And we are really trying to now put them together because starting this spring, we're building new phase of European Startup Embassy, which is curated matchmaking, where we want to match all of the Europeans that are part of our program with the US people that are based here and that can help them with whatever they feel like. So if you're a founder, investor, or operator, and you have some expertise in some specific verticals, we would love to welcome you on board. Now we're like putting Americans, our friends, on board, and we're starting matchmaking starting from this April. And as there is a startup competition for female founders, we also decided to give a ticket to the winner of the female startup competition. So basically, whoever will be the winner of tonight's startup competition, that lady is going to San Francisco for 2 weeks. We're supporting 2 weeks at the European Startup Embassy with co-working, co-living, and curated matchmaking with some professionals. And yeah, basically, the whole point I was trying to make was like, if you don't see a role model, just become one. Because when I started angel investing, I knew nothing about angel investing when I was 25 years old. And when I couldn't see the ecosystem that could support me, I just created one. And this is what we're doing with the European Startup Embassy. So just do it, just raise the fund, just go and start that project, and just reach out to that customer. Yeah, thank you.